If this video can reach 35 likes, I will grow that same mustache that my boy Samurott has on the screen.
Going to the Poke Center 23. Ballin' in New Orleans like AD. Just sit your ass with the clean sweep.
What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our week 2 battle for the IBL. Today we're facing off against my boy Ashley the Cat, coach of the Houston Hardens. And if you guys liked that intro song there, then definitely go check out my boy Ashley the Cat. He is actually the creator of this song with NJNP. So real big shout out to them too. Thank you to Ash for letting me use the song in the intro. So make sure you go check out our opponent Ashley. He's a pretty good battler. He's the coach of the Houston Hardens, big Rockets fan, and I'm recording this the day after James Harden dropped a 60-point triple-double. Good lord. Anyways, look, let's just get into the conversation about the match. So our opponent has a very nice team. He actually only has, I believe, 8 Pokemon because there's just the way he drafted. But that makes it so that he can have a decent amount of Z users, and his Pokemon are all really good. So he has a Celesteela, Mega Gallade, Arcanine, Crocodile, Slowking, Goodra, Vigavolt, Cradily, and Togetic. His Z users are Celesteela, Arcanine, and Crocodile. So Redwood, just looking at his team, a few weaknesses I noticed was that he doesn't really have a good Fairy, or a good Cleric, or a good Hazard remover. Togetic is all 3 of those, and Togetic is honestly, in my opinion, kind of booty. So, anyways, like, he doesn't have the greatest team when it comes to just removing hazards. But looking at the rest of it, it's very scary. Gallade is super frightening. Goodra, Celesteela, Arcanine, Crocodile are all amazing. Slowking is very underrated. Then he's got decent low tier picks in Vikavolt, Cradily, and Togetic, I guess, does a job, but I really just don't like that Pokemon, but more power to him if he wants to use it. Anyways, our team is Excadrill with Z-moves, T-Tar, Tangrowth, Florges, Mismagius, Uxie, Blaziken with Z-moves, Porygon-Z, Samurott, and Mega Ampharos. So let's get into what we brought this week. I don't have any notes for it, so I'm just going to go off the top. So to start off, we have Gawain here, our Samurott. Shout out to Julia for this nickname. I don't know if it's going to be staying, but you know what, if you still have any suggestions for nicknames for my Samurott, let me know in the comment section below. It had Swords Dance, Liquidation, Sacred Sword, and Night Slash. We had everything on his team for a ton of damage. Leftovers there because I feel like having leftovers is going to make us have a bit more longevity and potentially live some hits. We have a decent amount of bulk, and we are starter Pokemon, so we have a lot of just natural bulk itself, so maybe we can live some hits. At +2, we can 2-KO everything on his roster, or OHKO a lot of things. Notably, we can OHKO the Mega Gallade, I believe, with Liquidation, the Arcanine with Liquidation, the Crocodile with Liquidation. Slowking is 2-KO'd by Night Slash, Goodra by 2-KO'd by Sacred Sword, Vikavolt OHKO'd by Liquidation, Cradily 2-KO'd by Sacred Sword, whatever it is, and then Togetic 2-KO'd by Liquidation. So yeah, we have a really good opportunity to put a lot of work with our Samurott here, and I think it's going to be very good for us. Next up, though, we have our lead, which is Trick Room Tails here, named after my boy Tails. This is my Uxie all the time. It is a Culver Berry set this week. I don't know what the defense and special defense is for. I believe it's actually, I think it might have been for a, I think it was for a +2 knockoff into a close combat. From the Mega Gallade, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Anyways, we have U-Turn, Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, and Foul Play. Foul Play does a ton of damage to his physically offensive threats. U-Turn is there because U-Turn is going to do just momentum is important. Thunder Wave, of course, and then Stealth Rock because his only hazard remover is Togetic, and if that thing comes in, it's setup fodder for whatever I want. And I have a decent amount of setup on my team. So that's that. Very useful Pokemon. I'm assuming it's going to be a very good threat to our opponents. Next up, we have Chicken Run here, our Blaziken. With the, nope, it's not Wide Lens anymore. I changed that to 2 Expert Belt, I believe. So we have High Jump Kick, Flare Blitz, Thunder Punch, and Agility. Agility with our speed investment at +2, we outspeed a Scarf. I don't know if it's Crocodile or if it's, is it Crocodile or is it Goodra or, no, it's Scarf Arcanine, I think it is. Yeah, it's Scarf Arcanine, that's what we reached. So that's the plan there. We outspeed Scarf Arcanine with an Agility up. High Jump Kick, Flare Blitz, T-Punch hits the entire team for at least neutral damage, and we can OHKO a ton of things with this set. And I mean, Blaziken's a monster, so yeah. Moving on, though, we have Pantene Dream making its debut. I finally got the Mega Ring, so I can use this set. Unfortunately for me, I don't know the exact set. I kind of erased it, and it was very HP invested. Basically, I set it up so I knew I could live a Crocodile's Earthquake, a Jolly Crocodile's Earthquake for sure. Like I set up like that for sure. But I kind of just erased it so that I just had max HP for some reason when I saved it, and yeah, but in the game I actually had the full proper EV spread. But anyways, we have Toxic, Dragon Pulse, Discharge, and Volt Switch. Dragon Pulse, sorry, Toxic is there because I want to like start wearing down his walls, mostly being the Cradily and the Togetic. Those things are like they're kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, especially Togetic if it's very specially defensive and it has roosts and stuff that can be a pain in the ass. So that's that. Moving on though, our next Pokemon is Littlefoot here, our Tyranitar with the Smooth Rock, of course, basically making it so we can take hits, or basically making it so our Excadrill can come in and just sweep late game. We have Crunch, Stone Edge, Ice Punch, and Dragon Dance. In labbing, who was it? Who labbed with me for this? Was it Ryan? Or I'm gonna double check. I think it was Ryan, but I'm not sure. You know what? I'm gonna say it was Ryan. Yeah, I'll say it was Ryan. So Ryan brought a fully physically defensive Crocodile with Intimidate, so that set kind of completely walled a lot of my team because I have a lot of physical threats on my roster, especially once Samurai went down. So because of that, I decided to kind of go Ice Beam over Ice Punch, but I didn't think Ash was going to bring that, so I decided, you know what, screw it, let's keep with Ice Punch. This way we can get some rolls. Ice Punch is pretty much does the same amount as Ice Beam anyways, especially if it's from the same set, and Ice Punch will be able to be much more beneficial down the line if we get up a Dragon Dance and start sweeping with this thing. Next up though, the last Pokemon we brought is Doug here, our Excadrill, with the Rockium-Z, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Swords Dance, and Iron Head. So that's what I meant. We have 4 setup Pokemon on this team. Our EV spread is we outspeed again. I believe it's outspeeding Scarf Arcanine. So yeah, we can pretty much 6-0 his entire team with this set, especially if Celesteela is worn down and we get to +2. So that's that, guys. Let me know what you think of the team in the comment section below. Also, make sure to answer the comment question of the day, which is going to be, who has the weirdest logo you have ever seen? Ash has like James Harden's beard and mouth on that like Metapod, so it's kind of freaky. But I mean, I love Harden. Harden's pretty cool. So yeah, let's move on, guys, to the actual battle itself. Alright everyone, we are back with the battle, and as you can see, he brought the Crocodile, the Arcanine, the Celesteela, Togetic, Goodra, and the Mega Gallade. And looking at this team, I'm just going to lead off with my Uxie just to get my rocks. They're really important in this matchup to wear down the, well, 4 of his 5 Pokemon, well, actually 5 of his 6 Pokemon are weak to, or not resisting rocks, so I really want to get those up quickly. So I lead off with this thing. I'm going to actually lower this just in case any audio comes out, because I don't want to get any copyright stuff or just make it talk over my voice. So we are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Spinda. Spinda is, well, he likes Spindarak, I guess. Whatever. He leads off with Goofy Bill here, and we lead off with our Uxie, and that's fine by me. I'm just going to click these Stealth Rocks here. I don't care if he taunts me, whatever it is, I just need to get up rocks quickly. So he's actually going to go for the taunt here, so great play on his part. He does outspeed, and taunt will come off, and unfortunately will render our Uxie kind of useless. I go for the U-turn now, as he's actually going to go for the Crunch, but that's okay, we have our Berry, and you're going to see how little this damage actually does to us. So we went from 181 all the way down to 135, so that's like, what, 56 damage? And from that damage, it showed me that he was Jolly Max Attack. That was a roll, so I go for the U-turn here, and we do a decent amount to him. That's a pretty damn big chunk. So I switch out now, and I go into my Samurai here, because this is gonna scare him out. I feel like he's gonna need this thing still to deal with my Mega Ampharos, so I go for the Swords Dance to take advantage of this situation, and he sends in Binzi, who is his Togetic, and I go for the Swords Dance. Swords Dance will basically makes it a 2 KO, and like I said in the team builder, Swords Dance is monstrous against him. Samurott is great, so I go for the Liquidation here, and Liquidation will come out and do, what, like 75%? Yeah, it's like 75%, we get the defense drop, so, and he goes so Toxic here, so great play on his part. That will wear down my Samurott, of course. I don't have a Heal Belly this week, but that's fine by me. Another Liquidation should take this thing out. I want to go for the Night Slash to the Sacred Sword, predicting the switch out, but I mean, kind of not really worth it, especially since it won't take that thing out. So I go for the Liquidation here, and we will be able to finish off this Togetic, and now if I get a Brox, they are here to stay for the rest of the matchup, which is perfect. So he will now go into, I believe, after we get our Leftovers Recovery, he's going to go into his Goodra, because Goodra can thread me out with a T-Bolt, it can hit me with a Draco Meteor, and the good news for me is that we are out of range for whatever this Goodra wants to do to us, which is pretty cool. Like, we actually live any hits. So he goes to the Draco Meteor, and we're going to live this hit, for sure. Like, I was like, we're living this hit, we're fine, we're good to go. I go for the Sacred Sword, and you're going to see how much this does. We live on 7, and that was not a roll. So we go for the Sacred Sword here, and Sacred Sword will do like another like 75%. That's a ton of damage, and he's not gooey, that shows me there. So he's probably a Sap Sipper just to get rid of my potential Tangrowth. I think can be a bit of a problem too, and I guess Assault Vest Goodra with Sap Sipper kind of walls a Tangrowth. I go into my Trick Room Tails here. I go for the Stealth Rocks. I should have probably gone for the U-turn here, because U-turn would have been able to do a ton of damage to whoever came in, or do a decent amount of damage to whoever came in, and then be able to get rocks eventually another time, because the switch was pretty obvious there. But I go for the Stealth Rocks here, and that makes it so that he he won't be able to, well, taunt me. So I go for the U-turn now, and my opponent is actually going to reveal that he has the Z move here, and I'm like, what is this move, Z move? Okay, well, it's a Z dark move, so do I live a Z crunch? And I'm thinking like, okay, I don't think I do, I might, but you're gonna see he actually boosts his speed and goes for the Z snatch. So that's a really good tech on his part, because now he'll outspeed my what is it called, my Excadrill in the sand. So really amazing tech on his part. The good news for me is I can go into my Tyranitar here, and I guaranteed 100% live an Earthquake from a Jolly max speed, max attack Crocodile. So I set the sand here. He can go for the Earthquake all he wants. This will not take us out no matter what, unless he crits us, I should say. He goes for the Earthquake here, and I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Punch. The Ice Punch should be able to take him out from this range, and you're going to see right here we live on 7. That was actually a max roll, by the way. That was the max he could possibly done. So Ice Punch comes out, and Ice Punch will take out this thing. And honestly, if I did not live that hit, then this thing would have swept us. We would have been, what, 5-0'd by this thing? So that's extremely scary. And that's just, like, this close away from being swept like that. Anyways, he sends in his Celesteela, and I know he's going to go for the Autotomize, so I'm going to switch out and go into my Uxie. This thing has access to T-Wave, so I can slow it down. And the good news for me is I also have, he also has no way of getting up to the rocks anymore. So I can make sure that I can send in my my T-Tar to set up the sand once more to be able to OHKO, or be able to start sweeping with my Excadrill. So I go for the T-Wave now, and he is actually going to go for the Iron Head. And look how much this does. This is, I'm pretty sure, is a max attack Celesteela. That's a ton of damage. So I go for the T-Wave here, and we paralyze him, which is awesome. That thing is a big threat to us, so I want to be able to switch out freely into my Ampharos. So I believe I switch up here. I don't know why I didn't go for the U-turn, but I switch out regularly, and I go into my Ampharos. And the Ampharos here should be able to put in a ton of work, because his ground type is gone, and the only resist he has to the electric move is his Goodra, which should be going down to the rocks plus the electric move plus the sand. So that's fine. So I go for the Discharge right here. Discharge is my play of choice for sure. I Mega Evolve, and look at this beautiful pink Mega Ampharos growing his hair, looking great. Ampharos is thick. Anyways, Pantene Dream is here. Mold Breaker, of course, doesn't really apply to this game. He gets paralyzed though, and he only went for the Earthquake. Now the Earthquake didn't take me out; it did about half, from what I heard. So half damage is like, it's okay, and you're gonna see why it could have made a difference, especially with this next turns. But we take out the Celesteela, so we're up, I believe, what, 5-3? I think he only has his Goodra, his Arcanine, and his Gallade left. So he sends in his Goodra here. You see right here he takes some damage from the Stealth Rocks, and I can go straight for the Discharge. And he goes to the Earthquake here. I stayed in, kind of expecting him to go for a move to hit the Uxie or something like that, but I didn't think he was going to go for the Earthquake. But that's fine, and you see right there, that's kind of where the hits from the, what is it called? The, oh my god, from the Celesteela came into play, because that would have taken us out. But we got the Paralysis, doesn't matter at all, because Sand is here. Sand will take out this Goodra here. So like I said, it'll go down to the Electric move, plus the Sand, plus the Stealth Rocks, and Goodra goes down to a hit from T-Tar pretty much. So yeah, then in comes a Boon here, his Arcanine. I'm going to go straight for the Volt Switch here. I kind of expect him to be defensive and try and go for a Toxic or something like that, or the Will-O-Wisp. So I go for the Volt Switch, and this should be good to go to help us not take him out, but do a ton of damage to him, so we can start setting up with our Arcanine, with our Blaziken, and win the game. He goes for Flare Blitz here, and that damage shows me he's actually very offensive. So he is damaged by recoil. We go for the Volt Switch, and right here you're going to see, if I had gone for that goddamn Discharge, this thing would be gone, and Ampharos would have gotten another kill. But that's okay. I go into Chicken Run here, our Blaziken, and I'm going to click Agility, because now it daunts me. Maybe this thing is Scarfed. So I'm going to go for the Agility here. I also want to outspeed that Gallade, and we live any hit that he goes for. So here comes the Flare Blitz, and I'm going to go for the Agility right now, and you're going to see this does a ton of damage to a Blaziken. Blaziken is not that bulky. Anyways, he gets damaged by recoil. He lives the hit though, and we are going to be able to now go for the T-Punch here and be able to finish this thing off, no problem. So T-Punch comes out, and T-Punch will be able to take this thing out. He doesn't have extreme speed, or he was just Scarf like I thought he would be. So yeah, anyways, here comes Ratchet, his Mega Gallade, and this game is all but over. So I'm going to click Flare Blitz here. Flare Blitz actually does not have a chance to KO him from this range, unfortunately. If it didn't, well, since it didn't, I kind of made a misplay there. I should have just gone into my Ampharos and clicked, well, actually, you know what, it kind of works out. I go for the Flare Blitz here. Flare Blitz is going to put him in range of my Uxie's Foul Play, and as long as he doesn't go for like Swords Dance into Shadow Sneak, we should be fine. So here comes the Flare Blitz. That does a decent amount of damage. He will now go actually for the Drain Punch, so good play on his part. He will get back some HP, and luckily for me, he is actually still in range after this recovery that he's going to get, what does he get? He gets like 40%. He's still in range for Uxie's foul play, actually, which is amazing because Uxie I can now send in, and Uxie is 100% guaranteed out of range for the knockoff. Knockoff does 68 points of health maximum, we're at 70. So we live this hit no matter when. He goes for the bulk up, and I'm thinking like, oh wait, that sucks. No, it's fine because he gets the attack boost too, and the defense boost of course, and we will go for the foul play and finish off this Mega Gallade, and we pick up a very, very nice 4-0 win against the Houston Hardens. Now, so GG to Ash, very, very good game, if this will, come on. So yeah, so very good game to Ash. I think we definitely had a decent matchup against him because we have a lot of things that we could possibly bring. The Mega Ampharos was a really useful set this week. Uxie was amazing, came through so many times. Of course, Blaziken and Samurott were amazing, and at least the second week in a row that we bring Sand and we just never use it. Like, Sand was kind of just there and a threat. So, yeah, I mean, it's really good that people have to overprep for Sand and we can kind of run other things, but that Crocodile was very scary. Anyways, GG again to Ash. Make sure to go check out his channel. It is linked in the description below, as well as the rest of the coaches in the IBL. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to let me know what your favorite part was, who the MVP of this battle was for you, and yeah, thank you again for watching, and I will see you. Oh, wait, before I do that, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, and share the video with a friend. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all next time.